What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessica Whaley. I'm a full-time romance author slash, I guess, content creator. I currently have 5 books out. My 6th one will be released later this year. I write cowboy romances under Jessica Whaley, and then my dark paranormal romances is under Marlee Cross. I'll link all of that down below. Today, that's not what this video is going to be about. I'm actually going to be teaching you how to write your first book in 30 days. And I know what you're thinking. What is this crazy girl talking about? How do we know she's legit? Well, all the links are down below. You can see them. They're all on Amazon. There's one on Barnes & Noble. You can go look on my social medias. You can see all the reviews on Goodreads. Generally, I write my first draft in 30 days. Don't let 30 days scare you. I know people are like, 30 days? Like, I have this going on. And I know, I am very thankful for I was able to stay home and do this full time. My husband supported me throughout this journey. So I know some people don't have that. Some people have to go to a 9 to 5 and work, or you have kiddos running around. We don't have children. So I get that some people's timelines may look very different from what I'm about to talk about, but you can always take the 30 days and change it to whatever deadline works best for you. Just 30 days is what I like to work with, so that's what I'm working with on this video. Please make sure to set realistic expectations for you. Do not go into this thinking you've never read a book before and you're going to get it done in 30 days. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of doing it when you don't feel like doing it. It's a lot of delayed gratification. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's very hard. The thing I want you to look at is a deadline. When do you want it done by? We're going to do 30 days for this video. However, I am going to do 22 days because I am going to take out the weekends. So I don't like working on the weekends. I try to really find a balance within my work schedule. So I encourage you to do that. Find balance. Don't sit at your desk all day and try to get this done. It will get done when it's supposed to get done. Next thing I want you to do is outline your book. I want you to get either on your computer or on a piece of paper, notebook paper, and I want you to write out your tropes that you want. Don't do a bunch of them. You will get so carried away. Just list a couple tropes that you want in this book. Your word count, what word count you want to hit, your deadline, the genre that you want to write, because you cannot say, oh, I just want to write romance. There's a bunch of different subgenres in romance. So please research your genre and what you want your book to be put in category-wise. Okay, so this next little bit, I'm strictly talking about romance. If you're not writing romance, this all still can apply to you. However, you need to search the genre that you are working with. You also need to come up with names. So whether your book is a main female character, main male character, 2 main male characters, 2 main female characters, multiple different characters if you're doing a wide choose. Hello, I have one coming out at the end of the year. I'm so excited about that. But you need to know their names. So you don't have to worry about the other characters in the names books. Those will come as you write. But you do need to have the main love interest, the main person who is in your book. You need to have their names figured out. Okay, now let's talk about the fun part, the writing part. Writing your book. Take your imagination and write it down. And I don't want you to hold back. I don't want you to be afraid, because it is scary at first, putting it down on paper. I want you to let your imagination run wild. I'll be talking about a 30-day writing plan, which will be like 22 days once we take away the weekends. However, whatever I use to figure out my daily word count, you need to change it to how many days you want for your book. Whether that's a year, or 2 years, or 6 months. You need to figure out the daily word count. So how I do that, and I took my calculator, trusty dusty calculator, and we're going to say 60,000 words, because an average good word count for a romance novel is 60,000. If you're not writing romance, you need to go research the genre that you're writing, what a good word count for that is. Then you're going to take that word count into your calculator. We're going to do 60,000 divided by 22, because we're doing 22 days and not the whole 30 because we're taking the weekends off. So we're going to divide that by 22. So my daily word count minus the weekends should be roughly 2,700 words a day. Now, that doesn't scare me. I have done 5,000 word days. I have done 10,000 word days. However, if that scares you and you're like, I can't do that, that is too much, then you need to up those 30 days. So let's say 60,000 divided by 90 days. That gives you 3 months to write your book. Then we're looking at 666 words a day. Very much doable, especially if you're somebody who has a busy schedule, you're working full-time, and you need to just sit down at, later at night or early morning and get those writing sprints done. Very, very, very doable. However, life still happens and we still get exhausted and our energy is drained. And if you're female watching this, our menstrual cycles have us going up, down, and all around during the month. So I get how our energies fluctuate. So let's talk about setting ourselves up for success to get this done. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're just going to have to write it in your schedule. Either get up 30 minutes early in the mornings before work, do your little writing sprint, even if it's like 300 words, and then you come home in the evening, and when everybody in your house goes to bed, or before you go to bed, sit down and do 300 more or 400 more. And I'm telling you, over time, that adds up like so quickly. You will just blink and be like, oh my gosh, I wrote an entire book. Literally, that's all you do. To write a book, you need to sit down, plan out the minimal stuff. You don't have to sit down and write everything out and confuse yourself, because that will paralyze you. Do not do that. You just sit down, figure out your tropes, figure out your genre, figure out your main characters' names, figure out your word count. Divide your word count by your deadline, by days, how many days it is till your deadline. Divide that by your word count. That's how many words you need to write a day. There's a lot that goes into the publishing process, but you can't get to publishing or editing or any of that without a book being written. So your first draft is the most important part. Your first draft is you telling yourself the story. It's not going to be perfect. It is going to have so much in it that needs to be fixed, and that's okay. That also leads me to another point. Do not edit your manuscript as you write it. For the first time, do not edit it. I'm telling you, that will waste time, that will fatigue you, that will make you not want to write. You need something to edit when you're done with it, and so don't edit as you're writing it. My first draft looks terrible. There are so many red underlined words. There are so many misspelled words. There's so many like brackets throughout the manuscript. It's like, fill this in. This is what they're doing. I didn't feel like writing this scene, but this is what I need to fill in. I mean, I'm not kidding. My manuscripts look like that, and that's okay. Every author, even the bestsellers out there, they have to start with a draft. And then that draft gets edited and polished a couple times before the publishing process. Now, my final advice to you is, once that first draft is done, set it to the side. Do not touch it for at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. A lot of people say a month. Normally, I can't wait a month, but if you can, great, wonderful, because you're going to be tired of that manuscript by the time you get done with it. You ain't going to want to look at it. You're not going to want to touch it. That doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. That doesn't mean that you're failing. That just means you literally put all you had into that manuscript, and now you need to go rest. You need to go read some books. You need to go for a walk, go work out, go spend some time with your loved ones, your family, whoever, your friends, and then you can come back to it once you refilled your cup, because this manuscript is going to run it dry. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. There's a lot more that goes into it, as far as, getting an editor and editing and then publishing, but your first order of business is to write that first draft. So that's the fun part. That's the part where you get to build worlds and characters and put in twists and turns, and it's your first step to becoming an author. So go do it. So I encourage you to tell me below if you're writing your first book. Tell me what genre you're writing. I would love to go cheer you on. If you want my 30-day writing tracker that I actually use, I think I pay like $8 a month for it. I could not live without this thing. Like, this is my go-to when I'm writing, especially multiple books at one. It keeps track of everything. It's in the description down below. Go use it. I promise you, it has been my holy grail when it comes to writing. So it is in the description down below. But this is in the video. I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.